me at least, it looked like when they were panning to the woods and fire, it was mostly after something harsh being said in my mind. For example, about when they talked about Marco, and when it was just like everything calmed down. I can't even explain it, you know?
I think like there was a lot of also or at least in my mind, I think there was a lot of eyes and everything. So I feel like the episode was really showing, I guess, characters, like, let's say, like, looking within. It was a lot of like their emotional and the emotional aspects. So I think that was the reason why we were like panning on these things, because like we have to, it's like thinking about what's going in their mind. And the woods, I think it might also be because they were, they were talking about all the horrible things that they have done, our guys and everything. And they're in the woods, and like they're children from the forest. And I think like maybe because you see trees and it's because it's looking up, and so you see sky as well, so like what's beyond the trees. So like maybe it also wanted to indicate them leaving the forest.
They're
like
everything but leaving the forest.
Well, technically they are. I mean, they're going to fight a war now, but fighting a war for humankind.
Well, they have always done that.
Yeah, but like now,
at least scouts, in my mind, they have always in the beginning done that.
Yeah, but like they're doing it for the final time. Let's say to stop people from having to enter the woods. I mean, final time.
It
never ends. It never ends. But like for, let's say, them, their generation, maybe their children's generation. I don't know. Like maybe to stop that. I don't know. But that stood out to me. I was like, because I'm reading the subtitles, so I mean, like, but I was like looking at it, at the trees, like constantly changing. I thought that was interesting. Or maybe it was just because they didn't have enough time to like draw everything. So like this episode, they were like, oh, well, let's draw trees.
I don't think so. Honestly, I think it was done.
I think it was a creative choice.
Everything was, I think, done on purpose.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that would be nice in my opinion. And now I kind of wish that's how the show is gonna end, and it's gonna indicate it, of the two of them being together. Maybe that's what I would like, just because I think Mikasa's story at the end might be the most tragic one, if you ask me. I would like for her to have any type of happiness at the end. Any type of happiness, honestly. Life with John doesn't sound that bad,
Life with John sounds perfect, girl.
So so after everything that she's gonna do, in my mind, if she kills Eren, and I think that she definitely will, and definitely remember everything, and she's gonna have to live with all of that. I mean, we've seen how much she can't even start to think about killing Eren, hurting Eren at any point. We saw that in this episode. That was maybe one of my favorite scenes in this episode.
It was too good. I just need to say how much I love John, and how much I just love his character arc, and I think he might be like the best, like the best person, one of the best people in this show. I mean, he has done pretty much nothing. Like I would argue Armin is like one of the purest things, but like he has killed God knows how many people in that port, So like by that standard, I can't like really claim that. But like John, I think, has always been just one of the fucking best people here.
Well, yeah, but I think they're different. I mean, meaning John doesn't have Colossal Titan inside of him.
Yeah.
They have now different...
Well, I mean, I guess John has better opportunity to be
a better...
yeah, because like unfortunately for Armin, he does have that. And then that does come with some type of responsibility. I think, again, John's arc to becoming this person, this leader, has just been so fucking good. I love that we also addressed... I'm just going to finish with John throughout this episode, I guess. We also had that scene with Rainer. Rainer told him that he was the one that kind of killed Marco. And I also love that for Rainer, because like, we know how much Rainer feels guilt about everything. So like I was just waiting for him. I was like waiting for him to say it, because I feel like he also wants to be judged for it.
I mean, he hates himself. He hates everything he did. He doesn't want to live anymore, and that's been going on since the beginning of the season. So of course he's gonna say that. I think even if he didn't hate himself, I think that he definitely would say that because of the guilt he feels.
And like then John went and punched him. There was like a lot of punches, but like, what else do you kind of expect at that point? You know, I think Rainer was also anticipating those hits, like nothing here.
I mean, I think Rainer wanted those hits.
Yeah.
That's what what I meant. Like, he hates himself.
Yeah.
He wants everybody to hate him.
Yeah.
So he wanted those
hits.
Yeah, which is horrible if you ask me.
I mean,
that's
again,
one
Rainer,
of the worst things ever.
Rainer is, I feel like, again, one of the biggest tragedies of the show. I just think Rainer has a very difficult time dealing with any of the things that have happened, and that is so very understandable and makes me so sad for him. That like he just simply cannot deal with any of it. But before that, I mean, John asked for Marco's last words, which were ironically like we didn't even talk it through, you know, which could be applied to a lot of things in this show. Like, we don't talk it through. Armin tries to. Armin fucking tries to. And who then said something along the lines of like
Hanji, I think Hanji.
Like, now we have the opportunity to like sit down and talk it out, and then maybe something good will come out of that.
I love that they had the entire episode of just them, because like they would never be able to work together if nothing was said.
They didn't address everything.
Exactly, because and also when we were with
that's
John,
what Yelena
we had
was like doing.
Also Magat and John talking.
Yeah.
Something that we talked 1,000,000 times. Like, just depends on which perspective you look, from which perspective you look at the things, and that's always in life. Not just with them. With them, it's just in far bigger scale. And my girl Gabby came to help and got kicked in the stomach. Punched. Whatever.
Yeah, that was an awful scene. I can't. Gabby. What a fucking character.
She is easily one of the best characters in this show. Honestly. In my honest opinion. Easily. Especially in season 4.
The fucking growth that she has gone through in these episodes has just been,
and I think that growth is even bigger in my mind because she's 10 years old.
Yeah. And then to go and ask forgiveness
and to beg for help,
what they have done, a child.
You're literally, I'm
begging
sorry,
for forgiveness.
I did this. We came here to kill you all. I literally came here to kill you all. But now, when I saw everything, and when Aaron is and my mom and my family is about to be destroyed, please help me. Please help me save them.
Because she said, like, we had to blame someone. You know, we had to blame,
of course,
the Eldians on Paradise, and so we had to do this, and we had to hate you.
Of course, they had to blame them when you think about it, because who else can they blame? Marlies. Marlies were too strong for Eldians to hate on them, you know?
Yeah.
All the Eldians to rebel, they still can't do basically anything, you know?
Yeah. Oh, and I loved Magat's reaction there. I think that's when we saw like some type of like guilt, because like that's how they treated them. Like, honestly, Magat really didn't. Like, we always saw how much he cared about them. He cared about the warriors. He didn't I mean, he has done also awful things, but like he didn't treat them like...
I mean, probably because, maybe in the beginning, you know, but probably because he was close to them and he got to know them and he realized how wrong it is.
It bothers me sometimes reading about the way that people perceive that love, and how like sometimes it just sounds strange to me. It's like he has kidnapped her, and then she is just
no. To me, it's just normal. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense because he has been her entire family since she was 6-7 years old.
Yeah,
and all her life meant to him, basically.
Yeah.
So if she loses him, in her mind, she's losing everything.
Yes.
And so like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. But like, again, she's
is it
still
healthy
gonna
to
let it happen.
Is it healthy? I agree. No, I agree with you completely. But like, is it completely healthy to completely fall apart without that one person?
Well, I mean, no, of course.
But like, that's human, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I think I would do the same.
Yes.
You know? So
exactly. But again, I think Mikasa, we saw that in episode 6. season 1, right?
Yeah.
When she thought that he died.
Yeah.
When she like did want to die, and yet she didn't.
Yeah.
She didn't stop fighting.
Yeah. It's hurtful for her, let's say, in my opinion, not to anybody else, because she's gonna fight for the world. She's gonna fight for her friends.
Yeah.
She's not gonna let that affect anybody around her. She's gonna stop Eren now. She's gonna be the one who's gonna kill Eren.
Yeah.
99%.
Who else? Can
no,
you
if just
imagine
in my mind,
else?
if it doesn't make sense, because so far that's the only thing that made perfect sense in my opinion. But like if it ending somehow doesn't make sense, then that 1% stands always.
Okay, yeah.
But like she's gonna be the one who is gonna kill Eren to save the world.
Yeah.
So it is only in my mind hurtful to her.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yeah. I don't know why people like treat that like it's not normal. Like, don't you love someone so much? Like, not maybe to that extent, because like that is the only thing that she has in her life. I mean, not really. Like there's Zarman as well, but like Eren is her entire family. She's lost her entire family. I don't know. I just like sometimes it bugs me the way that people talk about it. So that's just what I wanted to say. Yeah. I don't think Mikasa maybe is ever gonna like come to a point where she's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go and kill him. I just think like in that moment she's gonna realize that there's like maybe no other option. Like I don't know, maybe
even Eren helps her with that.
Well, again, I think Eren knows fully that it's coming, and I think he knows that it's probably gonna be by Mikasa, because like who else is even capable enough to approach him? I don't think anyone. I think maybe that's like, you remember the last episode he told that girl to throw away the scarf. Like I think Eren is trying to like help Mikasa move on, like after having to do this maybe.
I don't know. We'll see how that all turns out.
I don't know what how Eren thinks this is all gonna pan out.
Thankfully, not soon.
Not soon.
In a year, let's say.
Yeah, we're gonna mentally prepare for that.
Yeah.